somewhere else, but this is where we found ourselves. Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
Welcome to another edition of the local show here on Grassroots Community Network. I'm Eric Skarvin, your host. Thanks for joining us, guys. Happy winter! The old man has finally arrived, and it's so exciting to see it just dump snow here in Aspen, Colorado. America's ski town. I'm going to coin that right now. I think Huntington Beach is America's surf town, but we're going with America's ski town. And we're going to say champagne powder and step all over that term. Steamboat, Colorado has protected that. Really excited to have back a good friend. A long time, maybe even the whole 20 years on the local show. I'm not sure. We'll find out. But it's my good friend, Olympian, real estate professional, founder of CKF, Chris Klug. We just took half the show with your titles, buddy.
I'll take it.
But
Thanks,
welcome
buddy.
back, and you just got off the hill. How was it, man?
I did. I went out. It was a snow day for my kids
Oh, cool.
at Aspen Middle School and
is
Aspen
that
High
just
School.
awesome,
So
or
you got to
what?
take advantage of that and get out and make a couple runs with my 12-year-old and my wife. And, you know, there's a few too many people on the slopes and not as much terrain open as we'd all like. But I'll tell you, it was so fun just to get out there and lean into a couple turns and get the sea legs back a little bit and see a bunch of friends out there. It was fun.
How are the snowboard legs doing when you made those first
good.
turns? You doing
Good.
okay?
I mean, I got a little more fitness to do, but no, it was fun. And you know, it's just that sensation of just turning on snow felt so good. And my son was sort of critical of his riding. I just said, dude, you're ripping.
So he's on a snowboard?
He was snowboarding today.
River's on a snowboard.
Everybody in our family, including myself, ski and snowboard.
Oh, that's
both.
awesome.
And I really think, you know, there was always this sort of competition. I don't want to say animosity, but this competition early on. But the two sports really complement each other.
Yeah.
And if you're a great skier, you can be a great snowboarder and vice versa. And they really help each other. And anytime I get on skis, you know, you're so familiar with the edge awareness.
Yeah.
And when you get on skis, I feel like, oh my God, I've got two snowboards. This is amazing.
Right.
And it's really fun. I don't have like, you know, the best style or anything on skis, but I really enjoy it.
Well, I could say the same thing about my snowboarding. You know, as a lifetime skier, I took up snowboarding quite a few years ago. It was so long ago. I was on you'll appreciate this, a Burton Safari 175.
Classic.
Wearing Sorel winter boots with ski boot liners.
Yep,
And
that
we're
was
on
the
West
tech.
Buttermilk just shredding. And we were like the only dudes on snowboards.
I love it.
So this is like late 80s, Chris. This is like, and it was so much fun. And when you get on powder on a snowboard.
Oh, it's one of the great sensations.
It's really hard to beat that.
Yeah.
And the skis have actually taken a lot of the technology.
Very much. Like
You know,
I said, they complement each other.
Yeah, it's like you're on my big fat skis are just massive now. I mean, these big Nordica Enforcers, you know, and they're massively wide. You know, what's it called? Twin tip, you know, reverse camber.
Looks like a snowboard.
So it kind of goes like that, you know, hourglass shape. So that it actually is borrowed from the snowboard technology in the ski world. So it's great to cross over. It's great to go both ways, I like to say, at least skiing and snowboarding.
As long as you're, you know, having fun, sliding downhill, I don't care what you're on.
And you know who represents fun, and he said it again yesterday, was Klaus Obermeyer. Happy 106th birthday to Klaus. Want to give him a shout out. Good job, buddy. It's like, that is absolutely world class.
He's an inspiration. You and I were talking earlier. I don't know if I've ever met another 106-year-old. He's an incredible guy.
Incredibly rare.
And I'm always inspired by him, not just his age, but his quality of life late in life. And you and I have talked about this before on the show, but I love how he just says, hey, it's a choice.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you approach, it's a choice. And it's really, he has an attitude of positivity and how he chooses to respond to situations and adversity and challenges. And he's just a positive guy that's chosen that path. And you know, I wonder if we're going to see more 106-year-olds in the future. And
he's shown us the way. He really has shown us the path and how to do that. It's daily exercise.
Yeah.
Positivity, though, is the engine. So he's a car, let's just say a silver Mercedes convertible, because that's what he likes. And I've seen his look. He had the silver hair, the silver sunglasses, the silver Mercedes, and the young whippersnapper who was probably in her 80s in the passenger seat.
I love it.
He had that system down. But the engine is that positive attitude, which I get thrown off my game by people, and I let what they're supposedly doing to me affect me. That's my big challenge with trying to be more positive like Klaus. But then the daily exercise is part of the fuel,
100%.
right? The eating off the land. He talks about the produce that the Italians planted in the early 1900s. So he's got the apple trees and the apricots and the chickens and the eggs. So the farm fresh food.
Absolutely.
So it's not a vegetarian. But he says simply, I try not to eat more than I burn each day, because when you get big, it's hard to move that big body. And then he said what you said earlier, every day is a choice.
Every day is a choice.
Every day is a choice. The other big one, there's so many adages and lessons, but make every situation a win-win.
Yeah.
So whether it's in personal relationships or in business, try to put yourself in the other person's position. And as kind of corny and cliche as that sounds, make it a win for them, a win for you. That's sustainable, that's successful, that's a happier life. Whereas if it's just selfish all the time, that's a whole different way to live.
My mentor, Ernie Fearwald, one of my mentors, said, you know, if it's not a good deal for you, it's not a good deal for me.
Yeah.
And the best deals are win-wins.
I like that.
And you also often hear in real estate or in negotiations where if everybody doesn't walk away with just a little bit of unhappiness or a little bit of pain, it's probably not a fair negotiation. That's sort of the flip side of that. You want a win-win, but also if everybody feels like, oh, I gave up just a little bit more than I wanted to, then it's like, okay, that's probably in the right zone.
That's a compromise.
Exactly.
It's a
little bit of a compromise.
That's what's also missing from politics too, is like we're able to compromise and get to an agreement where now it's just everyone stands their ground, is entrenched, doesn't really want to move too much. Not to get into that, but I think that if we have some flexibility, are willing to make a little bit of a sacrifice, we'll call it, or give a little something up just to get the greater good. Penny wise, dollar stupid is another one I like to say. Well, if you're going for that right now, you might be giving up something so much better in the long run, including just the overall relationships, which are the most important thing. And so if I have a customer, say, that's getting a little sticky on something, and maybe it's a deposit refund or something, whatever it is, I just, you know what, I want to make sure you're happy. Yeah. And then, they'll come back. So it's a win over the long term. That's what we really want, not these short-term little wins instead of the
I heard a good one the other day where somebody was talking about buying quality. Instead of buying something that that's just going to ultimately fail or fall apart down the road. He's like, cry once rather than, crying multiple times when you buy something that's crappy.
Exactly.
It's like better just to whine about the price one time than multiple times.
It's so much better. And it's just, didn't mean to interrupt, but it's so much better for the environment when we are able to get more durable things. Instead of this cheap junk that we all tend to get and it ends up in the landfill.
Totally.
We're just filling these landfills in Amazon. I saw documentary the other night just about this kind of mass consumption, mass amounts going into these landfills.
Have you been to our landfill
so there's
recently?
A lot of reasons. Oh, yeah.
The mercantile at the landfill is unbelievable.
Yeah. Natalie's a good friend of mine.
I had to get rid of recycle my old mattress because our mattress was like 25 years old, and I could sleep on the floor here. I mean, I don't have a problem sleeping. It's one of my great attributes as a traveler when I was on the circuit. And the other night, we went to Maui for Thanksgiving, and I love flying the red-eye home. And I sit on the red-eye, and I just passed out for 7 hours. My wife is just furious because she can't sleep, and I'm sawing logs. So finally, after like 25 years, I was like, I think it's time to upgrade our mattress. Yeah. And I took it to the landfill and recycled it, and you pay like $35, and I recycled it. And then I started walking around the mercantile, and I couldn't believe how much stuff was getting diverted from the landfill to the mercantile. And then people were bartering there. It was great.
Exactly.
So it's
incredible.
They are doing some innovative things to try to divert some of it, but it's this single-use consumerism is
disposable
really
society. So Natalie's a good friend. Natalie Trecker. Shout out to Natalie and Mike Trecker, good friends.
Those guys are awesome.
Big Nords, love Nordic skiing. So we're going to take a quick break, buddy. We're going to get into the main body of the show and Summit for Life, which is coming up this Saturday, you guys, December 6th, and we're going to get into that.
Our 20th year.
20th year, unbelievable, Summit for Life, the kickoff to winter. But we do want to thank our winter underwriters for making our series happen. Mid-November to mid-April, including Aspen Square, Haiti Children, Highlands Ale House, Klug Properties, Red Brick Center for the Arts, Sally Sheikman Real Estate. Welcome to the show, Sally. Sundog Athletics and the Wheeler Opera House. We're going to go to our only break of the show, guys. It's just about 2 minutes. We'll be back with the Olympic bronze medalist himself, and he's now into uphilling, not just downhilling. Chris Klug, so don't go away.
Community is at the heart of Aspen, and I take great pride in being a part of it. I'm Chris Klug, and as a lifelong Aspen resident, my connection to this community runs deep. My involvement in local events and charities isn't just about giving back. It's about staying in tune with the community I love. Allow me to help you find your place in our incredible community together.
As Aspen's most experienced instructors, Sundog Athletics offers you 30 years of experience teaching and guiding adventure sports, including snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, and snow fat biking instructional adventures. SundogAthletics.com for more.
Hi, I'm Sally Sheikman with Aspen Snowmass Sotheby's International Realty. I moved here in 1989 and I've been selling real estate here for the last 33 years. Give me a call today and let me put my mountains of experience to work for you.
The Wheeler Opera House, presenting comedy, music, family shows, and so much more. Experience live entertainment year-round in the heart of downtown Aspen. From laugh-out-loud nights to unforgettable performances for all ages. The Wheeler is where Aspen comes alive. Aspen's creative art scene can be found at the Red Brick Center for the Arts, hosting exhibitions by Colorado artists, youth and adult art classes, working artist studios, and nonprofits. The Red Brick is launching the new Aspen Public Art Program. More at redbrickaspen.com. Located in the heart of downtown Aspen across from the gondola, Aspen Square offers spacious accommodations with full-size kitchens and balconies, full hotel amenities, and all the comforts of home. Home-style comfort, hotel-style ease. Located slopeside at Aspen Highlands, Highlands Ale House is open daily, offering affordable scratch-made comfort food, delicious beers and cocktails, ideal after your Maroon Bells adventure or for a family meal. Rehearsal dinners and weddings are a specialty at our beautiful venue.
Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
Hey guys, thanks for sticking with us here on the local show for 21 years. Well, we're into our 21st season, featuring inspirational locals each week. And what I mean by that is people like Chris, pursuing their dreams, having success, sharing some of the keys to success. And we were talking about Klaus earlier and some of those keys that he shared with us: daily exercise, positive attitude, eating smart, things like that.
I'm wearing my Obermeyer hat today in his honor.
There you go.
Celebrating his 106th birthday.
And you obviously followed your Olympic dreams, your snowboard racing dreams, Olympics. I was there when you won your bronze.
Yeah, thank you.
You followed a dream to help people needing organ transplants after you had your own liver transplant that saved your life.
25 years ago.
That's incredible. And to be able to help people, create this foundation, which generated now over $1 million, correct?
Millions.
Over time, millions of
dollars. Millions of dollars,
over that time. And how long has the foundation been?
23 years for the foundation, and this year's our 20th Summit for Life.
It's incredible.
So it's your 21st year with the local show and our 20th Summit for Life.
Wild. Yeah, that's really wild.
And I'd say just
that time just flies by so quickly as well.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's how fast
I always have that dual vision in my life where the one hand, I think about my kids, and just yesterday they were toddlers and I was, packing them around like a football, and now they're, and my daughter started high school. And
now they're going to see football games with you and going to cheer on the Broncos, right?
Yeah, we did go to a Broncos game this fall. That was great.
I saw that, yeah.
But I always have that
River had that oversized Bronco hat on, those giant mega hats on.
Fun.
Super fun. Great season for the Broncos.
Really fun.
It's happening.
The Denver sports Colorado sports are
Sunday.
Amazing.
A week from this Sunday.
The Pack are going to lose.
The Packers and the Broncos battling.
The Pack's going down.
We'll see.
They're good.
Well, it's tough. They've never played really well at Mile High. They just have had a tough time there.
That'd be a good game to go
hope
to.
Jordan Love can acclimate and they can get it together, but it's going to be a great game. They play the Bears this Sunday. So bunch of really tough games in a row for my Packers.
The
'cause I was
Broncos have
born and
not
raised-
been healthy for any of us to watch this year because the stress in the fourth quarter comebacks is.
God.
I got to go for a walk afterwards and be like, I got to de-stress. Watching this game almost gave me a heart attack.
Yeah, exactly. You're having like minor
fun,
heart
though.
attacks and palpitations and all kinds of stuff. And we hope none of that happens this Saturday night for Summit for Life. But we do want to update people on the course because we just had one of our driest fall seasons ever.
Yeah.
And was just starting to get a lot of snow this last week, and it's been loading up pretty good. Can you tell people kind of the course update on Aspen?
Yeah, I was up on Aspen Mountain earlier making some runs with my wife and my son, and it's looking good up there. It's coming along.
Yeah.
And more snow is expected the next few days. But I did talk to Travis Benson, the
Nice.
mountain manager for Aspen Mountain, and we're green lighted for Saturday night. It'll be bottom to top, so
Nice.
we'll start in Gondola Plaza, in the Silver Queen Gondola Plaza there at 5:30 on Saturday night. And we're not 100% sure whether we're going to go all the way up Little Nell and around Kleenex Corner or through Bingo Junction yet. That'll just kind of depend on what happens the next couple days.
Okay.
But it's a thumbs up, and it's the full 3267 vertical feet from bottom to top. And we'll be starting at 5:30 on Saturday night. We usually sell it out with almost 500 people, which is the capacity at the Sun Deck.
Yeah.
And I expect another great night. So, but I was up at the Sun Deck today, and I had a couple people ask me that are longtime locals, that are uphillers, that are really familiar with the community. They were like, "Hey, is it on?" And I'm like, "It's absolutely on."
Yeah, it's tricky because they haven't seen top to bottom
They
skiing
haven't,
yet.
and
But it is getting so much better each day, and they're blowing so much snow too.
They are.
Seaco's really working magic, and it's going to be like 8 degrees tonight. So they should just be blowing like crazy. We've got Mother Nature helping with snow today, tonight. Saturday it's supposed to snow. I think it's going to be one of those snowy Summit for Life.
It is.
Like we've
Summit
seen.
for Life always delivers a good snowstorm.
Yeah, it's like Klaus's birthday. It
Exactly.
always snows.
Yeah, we'll take it.
so,
We'll take it.
I'm
And it's kind of
thinking-
it's a kickoff to winter, as you know. So it's only right that it's snowing.
But I'm already thinking about gear because I want to be kind of competitive, and try to slice and dice.
I will not be that competitive, but I will be hiking.
But I think skis to glide forward on that soft condition, and maybe snowshoes over traction devices if you have the choice, which I do. I've got 40 pair of snowshoes.
Perfect.
Including these.
We know where to get our snowshoes from.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone wants to call Sundog Athletics, I'm happy to lend out some shoes just for that event only. We've got these new
Cthulhu there, too.
biodegradable shoes called Crescent Moon Eco Eva, which is the EVA foam technology.
Oh, cool.
The entire deck is EVA foam inspired by the Hoka running shoe with rocker. The biodegradable ones now, thankfully they don't biodegrade while they're on your feet.
Yeah, we don't want
when they
that.
get wet. But when you're done with them, you literally bury them, and 90% of the snowshoe composts underground. So it's the world's first eco EVA foam snowshoe.
Unbelievable.
That we're able to put our guests on this winter for snowshoe tours. But I think those give you a little more traction than like a Cthulhu micro spike.
Yeah,
Are those going to be available again?
Absolutely, and you can reserve them online at summitforlife.org.
Okay.
If you need micro spikes or you need the flight boots or something,
Okay.
just reserve those on the website and they'll be available.
Okay, so we've got a great video of last year's event. I happen to make a cameo again.
I love it. I love it.
Can you give a
You're
little
a regular.
intro to the highlight reel?
Yeah, this was our 19th Summit for Life last year, early December. We're always the first Saturday in December. And this is just some highlights from last year, some of our favorite characters and some of our favorite moments.
Yeah, let's check that out right now. The 19th Annual Summit for Life, fundraiser for the Chris Klug Foundation and organ donation, and I'm just grateful to be here.
Tonight we are walking up Aspen Mountain, over 3,000 feet in elevation gain, in order to raise money for organ and tissue donation.
We started doing this right after my brother passed away, and we found out that he was an organ donor. So we're doing this to help in his memory, as well as bring the joy of life to other families.
The number one way that people like myself actually get an organ is because of foundations like Chris Klug's and just education and getting people to sign up and be donors. If I can climb to the top of the mountain, a lot of people can do a lot of things, and so I'm pretty proud.
nighttime uphill event, I'd say, in the country. It's pretty incredible, like the opportunities that an event like this can give to people, and whether we know it or not, we can really touch a lot of people in a meaningful, positive way. And I think that when you can combine that with something fun, it's sort of a win-win. And I think a lot of people take a lot of pride in kind of being a part of an event like this.
There's so many cool things about it, but a nighttime race it's got its own kind of energy. There's an energy, whether it's snowing or the moon's out, and you're at the night with a headlamp on maybe. I like to turn mine off and disappear and try to sneak away. In Spar Gulch, especially kind of midway.
Yeah.
But can you talk about kind of just like the nighttime energy for Summit for Life, combined with the energy of hundreds of people skiing and hiking up Aspen Mountain?
Well, you got a chance to see some of the incredible images in that video and the photos. And Night Eyes is one of our sponsors, and so everyone will have the fluorescent necklaces on, and so it's really creates some amazing images of people just streaking up Little Nell and Spar Gulch. And I always start dead last because I do the announcing in the gondola
puts
plaza.
on the microphone and
I
jump
drop the mic and put on my micro spikes and head up. So
I know that.
I get a chance to kind of go last and say hi to everybody. And it's a great energy out there. Obviously, there's people like yourself and some of our other ultra competitive folks that are going to put in some really fast times. And then there's people that are doing it for their first time that aren't from this community, and really a great mixture of everywhere in between there. People will be doing it in 40 minutes to 3 hours. And maybe not 40 minutes this year because it might be a little softer and might be
unless
John
snowier. Gaston shows up again and it doesn't even matter. The guy is
but there'll be some
Flash
fast people
Gordon.
there for sure. But no, it's just a special night. And you said it earlier, talking about dreams a little bit. And this it's always a dream to give back to your community and to do something special in this community that we love so much. But it was also really an obligation, kind of a personal commitment that I made after being on a transplant waiting list for almost 6 years and getting that second chance. And I remember just saying, as a part of my faith and my commitment to myself and my family, I said, hey, if I get through this, I'm going to find a way to give back and ensure everyone that's going through the same thing I did 25 years ago can get a second chance. And that's what our mantra of eliminating the wait and ensuring that anyone that needs a transplant can get one. And that's what Saturday night's all about. Yes, it's a fundraiser for Chris Klug Foundation, so we can continue our outreach with our Donor Dudes campus events, our Give Thanks, Give Life Thanksgiving events, our National Donor Day, all the things that we do, our toolkit for teachers, our ambassador programs, all of that stuff. This helps fund that, but it's also a great celebration of life. And as I said earlier, a kickoff to winter on Saturday night.
Yeah. And there's just back to the course really quick because we have some imagery with that. Towards the finish line, whether you're racing it, you've been up there 30, 40 times like me in races between America's Uphill and Summit for Life.
Yeah.
It's got to be over 40 for me, which is it's got to be something, a screw loose in somewhere awesome. To be doing that. But it does contribute to my well-being, my physical fitness, and all that good stuff. But for, say, someone who's doing it for the first time, and it takes them 2 or 3 hours, that's like a lifetime accomplishment.
That's hardcore.
So you've got this like exuberance, these people like going, oh my God, I did it.
Yeah.
They're almost like seeing heaven when they see the lights. It's like going through the pearly gates, and there's a lot of emotion there, towards the finish line.
Yeah, but if you're not
amazing.
acclimated and you don't hike 3,000 plus feet and starting at almost 8,000 feet, if you don't do that regularly, that's a butt kicker.
It's a big deal. Yeah,
it is.
Like I say, a lifetime accomplishment.
People feel it when they get to the top. But
right.
What better way to spend your Saturday night than hiking with 500 of your best friends and then eating a great meal and paradise cookies. And
I was just going to say
some
that.
cold beers at the top.
So you got the endorphins, you got the dopamine, then you go inside and you get the social, the dinner, the live
and the
band,
dance floors
maybe
going.
Maybe a beverage or two, and all of a sudden you've got a mix of a lot of great feelings and emotions, knowing that it's all for a life-saving cause. Mm-hmm. And it really is. You're promoting saving people's lives. Over 103,000 Americans are on wait lists. Imagine if you were, you don't have to imagine, but just the public, imagine if you were waiting and you couldn't get that organ. A friend of mine recently died because he couldn't get a kidney transplant. I don't know if you knew Chase Harrison.
Of course I knew
Longtime
Chase.
local, and so this is real. So there's a real amazing and important cause behind all that. Tell people how they can get involved. We're already down to our last couple minutes.
Yeah, of course, we're Saturday night at 5:30, so a few different ways to participate. First of all, just go to summitforlife.org, and you can still register. It will sell out, so I would suggest doing it sooner than later, and it is absolutely on, as I said, from bottom to top. So go to summitforlife.org. You can register for the race. You can register to ride to the top just for the party. Or you can also show up, cheer your friends on, make a donation to the foundation, or to sponsor one of your favorite racers, and lots of different ways to participate. And it's going to be a beautiful night. And I'm really grateful to this community because, this foundation is about a $650,000 a year annual budget. We do hundreds of events all over the country.
It's amazing.
And have, really impact a huge number of people with millions of impressions supporting organ donation and helping inspire those go through the process. And really proud of Anna and Jesse and our team and our volunteer board. And it's a big part of this community who's really helped support us and make this foundation what it is today, 23 years later.
Shout out to Anna and Jesse, who I had on the show this summer. That was so much fun. Great
awesome.
job, ladies. We love you. And I think, too,
and Anna's brother-in-law I was just going to say Anna's brother-in-law had a heart transplant.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Just last month. And,
and I
think
I actually might have seen
Jesse's
that.
dad had a heart transplant. Celebrated 10 years this summer. And so
this is really close to home, as close as it gets, And I wanted to part in our last minute here is to tell the importance of telling our family our wishes. If we want to be a donor, right? Like, it's good to indicate that on your driver's license.
Absolutely.
Colorado leads the way with percentage of
Yes.
organ donation in the United States, highest per capita. So can you just elaborate on that for just a few seconds?
Yeah, the most important thing is to have that conversation with your family. Let your wishes be known, and don't save that conversation for God forbid an unimaginable situation where you're in the ER and they're like, hey, what would Eric have wanted? What would Chris have wanted?
Yeah.
Have that conversation in the comfort of your home and just say, hey, if something happens to me, here's what I would like. And then you can go, of course, on our website, chrisklugfoundation.org. You can register with your respective state. If you're visiting Aspen Snowmass and you're from the East Coast or Florida or California or whatever, you can still register through our website with your respective state registry. And then at the DMV is the other great opportunity to do so. And I will just say that young people, the numbers are actually going down, and that's always been sort of a niche of ours, is really this entree of action sports. And my Olympic story is these donor-dude events, and everything we do is to really encourage young people that, hey, these are things we're passionate about, these sports and these activities, but this is also something that's really important. And I'm not exactly sure why it is right now, but young people are not registering like they have in the past. And so we've got our work cut out for us. And this event, the success this weekend will help us continue our mission.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to be here today. Did you have fun on the show?
I had a great time.
I'm going to now be a cookie donor to Chris.
You know
Klug.
I have no discipline.
Transplant those however you want. You could transplant
I can't get into these fast enough.
Into the mouth area or to the family. Thank you, Chris, for being here. Hopefully we'll see you all this Saturday night, summerforlife.org for more. And thanks for watching this on The Local Show.
Community is at the heart of Aspen, and I take great pride in being a part of it. I'm Chris Klug, and as a lifelong Aspen resident, my connection to this community runs deep. My involvement in local events and charities isn't just about giving back. It's about staying in tune with the community I love. Allow me to help you find your place in our incredible community together.
As Aspen's most experienced instructors, Sundog Athletics offers you 30 years of experience teaching and guiding adventure sports, including snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, and snow fat biking instructional adventures. SundogAthletics.com for more.
Hi, I'm Sally Sheikman with Aspen Snowmass Sotheby's International Realty. I moved here in 1989 and I've been selling real estate here for the last 33 years. Give me a call today and let me put my mountains of experience to work for you.
Welcome to